I was pulling a baby goat out of my koi pond with one hand and holding a flaming lawn chair with the other when I saw the envelope nailed to my fence with a literal steak knife. That was the moment I knew Meredith and her HOA had officially declared war. It wasn't the first time Meredith had gone theatrical. This is the same woman who once led a quiet hours enforcement patrol through the neighborhood at 2 a.m. while blowing a referee whistle. But this was next level. The envelope bore the HOA seal, a tulip-shaped wax stamp, and inside was a 15-page list of my alleged violations. By page 3, I was laughing. Unapproved barn color, non-compliant fence height, livestock giving off unsettling rural energy. My personal favorite, goats appearing judgmental. But my laughter died on the final page. Total fines due, $50,150. There I stood, dripping pond water, baby goats still bleeding under my arm. As it sank in, Meredith wasn't just messing with me anymore. She was trying to bleed me dry. And it was never about violations. This was personal. Ever since I bought my land just outside her perfect cul-de-sac development, Meredith had watched me like a hawk with a mortgage calculator. The other neighbors? Most of them liked my goats. Some even appreciated the homemade honey I left at their gates every spring. But not Meredith. She wanted me gone since day one. I tried to play nice. I attended the HOA meetings. I smiled through her comments about earthy aromas during brunch. I even trimmed my sunflowers to comply with her height code. But with Meredith, every inch you gave, she took a mile. And now she had dropped a legal bomb wrapped in floral stationery. Still soggy from the pond, I drove straight to the HOA office. The receptionist, a teenager with braces and the wide-eyed look of someone who'd seen things, said Meredith was in a meeting. When I asked where, she claimed it was private. I asked again, politely but firmly. 2 security guards materialized from behind a vending machine. One had a taser. I left, not scared. I had a better idea. See, there was something Meredith didn't know. The only paved road leading into her entire HOA development cut through a weird, rocky strip of land I'd bought at a shady auction 15 years ago. No one else wanted it. I bought it to expand my chicken run. Paid cash. Got the deed. Forgot about it. Until now. That night, while Meredith was probably sipping boxed wine and watching surveillance footage of lawn gnomes, I called my cousin Wyatt. He's a defense attorney with a passion for property law and medieval siege tactics. When I told him what happened, he laughed so hard he choked on his pretzels. "How fast can you get a gate built?" he asked. By morning, I was on the phone with a welder and a guy named Jace who builds tiny houses from shipping containers. By afternoon, we had blueprints for a gated checkpoint complete with a toll booth, solar panels, and a goat pen beside it for aesthetic cohesion. I filed the paperwork. Legally, the road was mine. As construction began, I posted signs, private road. Access by permit only. Toll starts at $100 per vehicle. $200 for HOA board members. No Merediths beyond this point without exact change. Too dramatic? Maybe. But they fined me $50,000 because my goats looked at a jogger funny. By day 3, chaos. Commuters encountered Wyatt under an umbrella with a cash box and a goat named Peaches. Some paid. Some yelled. One guy tried driving through my field and got stuck in a gopher hole. Meredith hadn't appeared yet, but I felt her rage pulsing like microwaved wine. Day 4, the news showed up. A neighbor had live-streamed every toll interaction. One clip of a soccer mom throwing quarters at Wyatt went viral. Hashtag Peachgate and hashtag Homestead War started trending. Someone emailed from Oregon asking to donate to the cause. I didn't even know we had one. That night, I sat on my porch drinking sweet tea, watching Peaches munch clover, Wyatt count bills, and memes of himself in a lawn chair with a stop sign make the rounds online. The next morning, the line of cars looked like a tailgate party for passive-aggressive suburbanites. My rooster crowed, Peaches climbed her podium like a monarch, and Wyatt, now in aviators, sipped gas station coffee with the composure of a border agent. By noon, the HOA sent Gary, their treasurer, to discuss. He reeked of boiled cabbage and wore socks with sandals. I quoted the toll. He called it unreasonable. I offered an installment plan. Peaches sneezed at him. He fled. Later, neighbor Denise tried to bypass the booth via pasture. Her Prius got swallowed by mud. Wyatt offered a tow for $120. She paid in quarters, sobbing. Meredith finally appeared on day 6. Windows rolled up in her white BMW. She stared at the booth like sheer willpower might erase it. Wyatt tapped on the glass. She cracked the window, barked demands. I smiled, mentioned the paperwork. She screeched off. Her workaround? A 20-mile detour over construction zones and feral hog territory. I know, I've been chased. Next day, she came back with a sign. Unlawful toll under protest. Wyatt posted his own. Lawful toll fully funded by goats. Nearby townsfolk came just to watch. A guy brought popcorn. A surveyor showed up, hired by the HOA. Spent an hour pacing, squinting at GPS maps. Conclusion? Road's mine. Meredith watched, arms crossed, face like curdled milk. By week's end, I was offering punch cards. Discounts for goat treats and volunteering. One guy traded a chainsaw. Another, a case of home brew. Meredith responded by hiring landscapers to clear an emergency route. Unfortunately, the area was full of ground wasps. Nature handled that one. We kept building. Peaches got a mini fan. Wyatt printed receipts. We accepted cash, card, and karma. Installed cameras. Not for security. For evidence. Then came the protest. Meredith, megaphone in hand, led a ragtag bunch of HOA loyalists chanting about toll tyranny. A golf cart tried to ram the booth. Bounced off harmlessly. Wyatt, unfazed, munched sunflower seeds. They gave up after 3 hours. I offered bottled water and 10% off for improved signage. Some laughed. Some paid the toll on the way out. Day 12, Meredith launched the resistance, complete with porta-potty and drone footage of an alternative access path through Lot 47. Their route crossed mud, a creek, and a plywood bridge that collapsed under a guy with folding chairs. Wyatt and I watched through binoculars, eating pork rinds. One HOA member slipped carrying a latte. The drone caught it. I posted it to a new YouTube channel, Meredith Watch. Her next move? Finding residents for non-compliant transportation if they used the toll road. One guy taped his fine to a brick and lobbed it at the HOA office. Then came the hotshot lawyer. Carter Wild. Black Mercedes. Designer suit. Marched up like he owned the place. Wyatt simply pointed to the sign. Cash or card. He paid. Then handed me a lawsuit folder the size of a phone book. I offered him sweet tea. Gave him a tour. Showed every permit, deed, zoning reg. Even laminated maps. He left humbled. Meredith fired him. Posted a 2,000-word rant online about goat-based tyranny. Things only got weirder. People started dressing up for the toll. One guy came as a cowboy. Another in a banana suit. A bachelorette party handed out plastic tiaras. Yelp reviews exploded. HOA member Larry tried sneaking through the woods. Got caught in deer netting. I offer coffee. Charge him $100. Meredith called a protest with local media. It rained. The trail flooded. 6 people showed up. One lost their sign to Peaches, who ate it. By week 3, local artists painted goat murals. We had live music. Someone sold pickles labeled 100% HOA tier brine. Meredith tried again. This time, eminent domain. Yes, she tried to invoke government seizure. Wyatt laughed so hard he nearly fell off the porch. At the HOA meeting, she gave a passionate speech about freedom. I stood, handed out a letter from the county attorney. HOA had no such authority. Also reminded everyone she'd been disqualified for unpaid dues. Meeting ended in awkward silence. Someone unplugged the projector. I got cookies. Meredith vanished for a while. HOA replaced her with Dolores, my neighbor. First act, declaring the toll road a community landmark. Second, a resident discount funded by Meredith's back dues. Life returned to a new normal. Peaches wore a superhero cape. Kids left chalkboard notes. Some wrote poems. Some brought snacks. The booth stayed. The toll stayed. But the story didn't end. One night, a silver sedan pulled up. Exact change. No words. Sunglasses lowered. Meredith, We saw her on the camera. Your toll is accepted, Wyatt said. Your receipt includes a goat tag. She drove off. Fast. That's the story. Meredith fined me 50 grand. I blocked the only road in. Charged $100. She tried lawsuits, drones, and bulldozers. And all it took to stop her was some land, a lawyer cousin, and a goat named Peaches. Some roads don't lead to victory. They lead straight to the toll booth.